Next stop on the NNSCRA Mello Racing Series brings us to Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee. If you were ready for 50 laps of short track madness, you're going to get it here tonight, as we are here for today for the running of the Food City 250, as we're set for 50 laps of racing. Here's for today's running event. On the pole, Charles Sanford, car 08, the DeWalt Tool Chevy. He'll be flanked by Jessica Shelton in car 11, the Budweiser Ford. Jessica won the season at Daytona. Sanford's won twice this season. He won at Hickory and again at Michigan this season. Ironically, these two should start on the front row because that was the top two at Michigan, believe it or not. Second row is Cole Deaver, the GM Goodrun Chevrolet, car number 3. He's the winner this season. Three races so far. He won at Richmond. He won at Darlington. He also won right here at Bristol, the first race of the season. Bristol race of the season in the daytime. Levi McIntyre sits alongside him, winner this season at Nashville. Next row down has Joshua Osborne in 63 and 99 Jesse Turner. Fourth row has car 32 Seth Cole and number 44 Johnny Gardner. Going to row 5, Dylan Young in number 2 and number 1 Keith Batson, who has one of our 3 in-car cameras in today's event. Our second in-car camera rides inside Kyle Matthews' car 52. He'll be alongside Cat Batson in 28. Next row down, Nathan Orman in 92. And flanking him outside will be car 36. It is Ryan George. Next row down has car 31, Carson Gum. And number 45, it is Joshua Michael sitting alongside. Next row down has winner this season at Pikes Peak, William Brock. And number 75, it is Jacob Sturgeon sitting alongside. William Brock has our third in-car camera in today's event. Next row down has car 38, Kev Sheeran in the Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease Ford. And 03, it is Arthur Xavier in the Delco Voyager Chevy. Next row down, Sebastian Kukalon in his Oldsmobile, and in fact a pair of Oldsmobiles. 25 car Phil Parker sits alongside of him. Bill won a season at Atlanta and Rockingham. Next row down has number 40, Julia Sanderson, and number 15, Justin Dearborn sitting alongside. Next row down has car number 5, it is Emmanuel Hartnett, and number 7, it is Dustin Bowen. Number 34 as the next row down, as the inside of the next row. It's Gene Sanford in the Pillsbury Hungry Jack Buick. And number 01, Jackson Haywood in the Carolina Ford Dealers Ford. Next row down, Ryan Brommer in 59 and number 87, James Henry. Next row down, Nathan Hudson in 60 and number 9, Austin Colano, the FTB Brakes Chevy. Next row down has car 20, Jeremiah DeWayne, and number 0 is the Magic Markets Skull Classic Oldsmobile, car 0. It is Jacob Thibodeau. Next row down after that will be car 48, Mitchell Collins, and number 72, it is John Andrews. Next row down has number 46, it is Paul Minnick, and number 27, Carter Friesen. And starting shotgun of field will be car 21, Quentin Moore, and number 55, Chloe Owen. That's the last row of this field. Points coming in this race here, Cole Deaver has the lead coming in, but it's been shrinking coming in the last few races of the season. So he hopes with a little luck here, he'll grab his 4th victory of the season, but more importantly, extend his points lead. Because on his tail in the points is the man starting right smack behind him in the inside of row 3, Joshua Osborne. The 63 Nescafe ST Pontiac. His wins this season came at the Milwaukee Mile, and he also won at Talladega this season, the second race at Talladega. The first Talladega race this season went to Cat Batson in 28. As the field quietly gets set for green flag racing here, but also waiting for the command to fire the engines, I should say, too. For this night race here today, next race on the tour after this will be at Darlington, another track that Devers won at this season, and then Richmond will be after Darlington. So the next 3 tracks on his tour, counting this one, is the 3 tracks Cole's won this season. So he could possibly extend his lead, though, depending, of course, what happens here today at Bristol. Here comes the command to fire the engines here today for the Food City 250.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
That's ladies and gentlemen, by the way, because you do have a woman on the outside of the front row. Not to mention you got 4 women in the field, too. laps here at Bristol do not take very long. About 15 seconds a lap here at Bristol, Tennessee, but it's also one of the toughest but it's also the toughest of the short tracks too. So we already had 2 wreck fests this season. One coming at Hickory and the other coming at IRP, and also had somewhat of one at Myrtle Beach as well. As the green flag about to fly, Charles Never leads him down. He won at Michigan last race on the tour, and look at him get that jump on Shelton as the green flag flies. Cole Deaver's up to second position now as he gets past Shelton. Not a good start for her as they come off turn number 2 and into the third turn now. So battle going over to second position now, as we've watched the first few laps of this race there. Silence there and listen to these engines scream around the track at Bristol, Tennessee. Joshua Osborne up to second position now. Charles Never continues to lead. Cole Deaver at the third spot. Going into third now is Cole Deaver. Fourth is Seth Cole. Fifth is Jessica Shelton as the yellow flag, I should say, flies to for the first time here today. It is 87, James Henry, that has crashed. Also got a bit of a scrape on the 8 car of Sebastian Kukulon, as he's also involved somehow in the crash. As we mentioned, the first yellow flag flying today here. We noticed a lot of those cars were in third gear up in the front of the pack here, not yet shifted into fourth. Let's take a look as to what happened between the 87 and the 8 cars here. There's the 8 car. He's up on the high side of the track here, down up above Nathan Hudson and Jeremiah Dwayne. And Kukulon gets into Jeremiah Dwayne's car. Jeremiah hits the wall a little bit coming off turn number 2. But Kukulon's already in spin. Minnick gets into him. And also Cat Batson. Thibodeau barely gets by. So did John Andrews. A lot of cars did a great job avoiding this 8 car. But not James Henry, the 87. He gets a little bit of a piece of it too. So apparently the 8, the 87, and the 20 and the 28 cars all got a piece of it, the crash, looks like. So really no harm, no foul among some of those cars there, but damage somewhat done to some of these cars. But all 40 cars still remain on the lead lap here. Charles Never leads the race. Second position is Osborne. Third is Cole Deaver. Then Seth Cole and Jessica Shelton's top 5. Sixth position is Dylan Young. Kyle Matthews 7th. Johnny Gardner 8th. 9th is Jesse Turner. And Nathan Ormond runs in 10th position. And Keith Batson, Levi McIntyre, Kev Shearer, Carson Gum, and Julius Anderson, the top 15. The green flag back out. We're back underway. And look at Joshua Osborne get a good start on Charles Samberg. He'll take the lead. Osborne wants to close in some more points on Cole Deaver, get those 5 bonus points, and he will do so. And Deaver right now saying, I saw you lead that lap, Joshua. I want to get those 5 points myself. Cole driving as hard as he can as he goes into turn 3 now. Seth Cole goes into 3rd position. Samberg back to 4th. Shelton still in 5th. And the yellow flag's flown for the 2nd time here today, and it looks like Kukulon's involved again. John Andrews is involved, Austin Colano, and I think also Jean Samper in 34, she's also involved. So, caution number 2 flies here. Tell me this is not going to be another wreck fest. And that's a big no-no at Bristol. You cannot do... There's no way in heck you can do 3 wide, and that's what happened here. They were almost 4 wide there, as they see Minnick and Sanford getting into each other. Chloe Owen, I think, also got a piece of it in the 55, maybe. Well, she does with John Andrews right there. There's Brock involved in the 4-car. 9-car Boston Clown. He tries to get through, as you saw Sanford get jacked up by William Brock. Several cars have to slam on the brakes. There you see the 7 Dustin Bowen's involved, Jackson Haywood, James Henry in the 87, and Poro Sebastian Kukel on an 8. He also gets a piece of it too, so several cars getting a piece of a crash here. You see Jackson Haywood up and almost right in the wall, coming off of turn number, going into turn number 3. So Carter Friesen, and now Carter Friesen somehow is the only car now out of the race there. I don't know what happened to Carter's car. Truthfully, I don't know if he wasn't involved in the crash apparently. Anyway, pace car lights are off here, so we'll get the green flag this time by. It'll be lap number 18. It'll be 17 in the books, and it'll be 17 laps in the books and 34. No, 34. No, 17 in the books and 33 to go, excuse me. We're down to 34 to go right now. It is still Osborne, Deaver, Seth Cole, Sanford, Shelton in the top 5. Sitting 6 through 10, it is Dylan Young in the 2s. 52 of Kyle Matthews, 44 Johnny Gardner, 99 car Jesse Turner. Now Keith Batson's entered the top 10 in 10th position as the green flag about to fly once again. Here on lap number 18 is the green flag back out. We're back underway. It is Osborne. Boy, look at what a start he got here, too, on Cole Deaver. Seth Cole trying to look the low side on Deaver again as they go into turn number 4. Now back in the 1 they go. Deaver close up on Osborne now, coming for the lead. Battle going on for 5th position. Jessica Shelton versus Dylan Young. Shelton in the 11, Young in the 2, the DuPont Chevy, and Young looks low, takes position away from Jessica Shelton. That moves up Dylan Young up to 5th position. But look at Jessica to the inside. She tries to make a crossover move. Didn't quite get there in time. And battle for the lead. Apparently Cole Deaver for the lead. He's got it. But here comes Seth Cole to the low side of Deaver's car. Who's going to lead this lap? It's going to be Deaver. He offsets Osborne's 5 points. But now Seth Cole takes the position away. And Deaver gets off the wall. No, Dylan Young got off the wall, though. And now Osborne, whoa! He about turned Deaver around. So Sanford goes up to 2nd position, and whoa! Boy, talk about driving ruthless here at Bristol, Tennessee. That's how the 3 and the 63 are driving right now. They are not giving a quarter from each. They're not giving any quarter from each other. Then again, that's short track racing is all about. Finally, Deaver says, okay, you're much faster than I am, Joshua. I give up and maybe try again this time. Nope, Deaver does not give up. I shouldn't have said that right there. He looks low side of Osborne now, trying to take position away. That's for 3rd spot, by the way. That's between the 3 and the 63 cars. Pontiac versus Chevy, and you got Pontiac leading, Chevy 2nd, Pontiac 3rd, Chevy in 4th, and a Chevy in 5th with Johnny Gardner. And now Keith Bassett at the 6th position now in the number 1 car. On board with Keith Batson in 6th position. And now Charles Sanford goes for the lead on Seth Cole, and he's going to take it through 1 and 2. And you're watching it from Keith Batson's in-car camera. Up ahead of him is Johnny Gardner in 5th. Now from inside Kyle Matthews' camera. here. Matthews up to 8th position, up ahead is Levi McIntyre in 7th. Boy, short track racing at its finest here at Bristol, Tennessee. And yellow flags for the third time here today, I should say. As you saw from Kyle Matthews' in-car view. It looks like this time it's Phil Parker. No, it's Nathan Ormond, the number 92, that's crashed. The Stanley Tools Chevy Lumina. Ormond is running 13th position, you see right there, and then Nathan went up to the high side, apparently here, the engine apparently letting go in the number 92 Stanley Tools Chevrolet. Or some sort of mechanical problem, he got loose or whatever. Then it gets a bump from the 48 car of Mitchell Collins, and Mitchell says, okay, you're not getting out of my way, so I'm going to turn you around. And that turned the 92 car of Ormond around. So it wasn't a blown engine as I apparently thought, though, because, the car wouldn't be running if it was, obviously, if it were the engine, but... So I say Nathan's not going to have any pleasant words to say to Mitchell Collins about that whole deal. So it was a valve failure on the number 92 Stanley Tools Pontiac, or Stanley Tools Chevy, excuse me, that knocked him out of the race. Gene Sandberg is now going to lap down, so 37 cars are now on the lead lap as the field gets set for racing here. But I tell you what racing we were having here before that yellow flag flew between Sanford, Osborne, Deaver, Gardner, Batson, and Seth Cole. A lot of those drivers. What was some tremendous racing here. We may see that here at Bristol. That's we may see that again here at Bristol in these ensuing laps left to go. And this, as the green flag will fly on the 35th lap of this race, we'll have 16 laps to go. Excuse me, on this race. Charles Sammer looking for his third victory this season. Osborne looking for his third, and Deaver looking for his fourth. And already some close battling happening right here as the one car of Keith Batson getting a push from Seth Cole in 32. Now Cole Deaver looks inside of Joshua Osborne for position. That's for second. And Jesse Turner's now moved up the position. Is now moved to the 7th place now. Up ahead of Seth Cole, behind Seth Cole, I should say. Now Kyle Matthews looks slow on Levi McIntyre, gets the position away, and gets a push from Jessica Shelton at number 11. Matthews up to 8th, Shelton up to 9th, or should I say Shelton went down to 10th, and Seth Cole almost lost it going to turn number 3, and he saved it. Didn't cost Seth all that much now on Jesse Turner, and he and Levi McIntyre get it together. McIntyre slams the wall on the inside. Racetrack goes back up against Jessica Shelton, just about took her out. No yellow, is still green. And now Keith Batson and actually 87 car of James Henry is now spun, and that's going to bring the yellow flag out for the 4th time. Nope, we're still green. 10 to go here at Bristol. Charles Sanford out in front. Joshua Osborne in 2nd position. 3rd is Johnny Gardner. Deaver up to 4th. Gardner close up. If Osborne and Sanford get together, remember, Gardner's in 3rd. And Osborne to the inside takes the lead. And AC 59 car of Ryan Brommer to the low side. Yellow flag now flies with 8 laps to go in this race. And remember, we saw the 59 car of Ryan Brommer. He apparently was the cause of the yellow flag, looks like, as he spun coming off turn number 2. As reaction's been all day long. Brommer's running 16th when this all happened. Gets off the turn 2 wall and then gets turned by the 21 of Quentin Moore. Slams into the wall inside wall, much we saw Levi McIntyre doing. He got turned around by... I can't think of who it was that turned around and everything, but Brommer spins and then... basically all she wrote. So both James Henry and Ryan Brommer, both out of race, and as is Gene Sanford as well. So, well, get ready, folks, because we are going to have a restart with 3 laps to go in this race. Oh, boy. So, reset the field for you here. Joshua Osborne is the leader. Second is Charles Sanford. Third is Johnny Gardner. Keith Batson's fourth. Cole Deaver is 5th. 6th position is Seth Cole. 7th is Kyle Matthews. 8th is Jesse Turner. 9th is Dylan Young. 10th is Jessica Shelton. Then Levi McIntyre's 11th. Emmanuel Hartnett 12th. Jeremiah Dwayne 13th. Julius Anderson 14th. Mitchell Collins 15th. And Quentin Morris, Jacob Sturgeon in 17th. William Brock, Jacob Thibodeau, and Ryan George, the top 20. Green flag back out with 3 laps to go. Charles Sanford looks slow on Osborne as they go into turn number 3. Sanford to the low side. He says go. Osborne says no. 2 laps to go. To the start-finish line again, there'll be a white flag. Osborne apparently maybe had this in a bag, but I don't know. Gardner looks on Sanford now. The white flag waits for Joshua Osborne. He has 1 lap to go in this race. Charles Sanford tries to close up here. Osborne takes it smooth into turn number 3. Sanford does not have enough, and Joshua Osborne wins the Food City 250 at Bristol. Win number 3 on the season for the Nescafe Nestea Pontiac as Joshua Osborne got the start he needed. Charles Sanford gave it a valiant try to challenge Joshua on the start, but not to be done here. And boy, that was the last thing Cole Deaver wanted, neither 2 points wise, because as I said, Osborne was closing up, and this is all going to reconfirm this whole thing too. Charles Sanford was 2nd position. 3rd will go to Johnny Gardner. 4th, Keith Batson. Seth Cole, 5th. Dylan Young, 6th. 7th to Kyle Matthews. 8th, Jessica Shelton. Cole Deaver, 9th. And 10th position will go to Levi McIntyre. What a race here today. Average speed 66.482 because of the yellow flags, obviously. So what a finish that was here at Bristol, Tennessee. And I tell you, like I said, don't say Charles Sanford didn't give Osborne a run for it, because he did those last couple of laps here. If he hadn't fell back a little bit a couple of times, he might have gave him I thought he was actually, Charles may have given him a little bit more of a challenge. But Osborne did what he needed to have to do. Stay on the smooth side, and that's what you have to do short track-wise here. Rest of the finishing order here: Jesse Turner, Emmanuel Hartnett, Jeremiah Dwayne, Julius Anderson, Mitchell Collins, the top 15. Then it's Quentin Moore, William Brock, Jacob Thibodeau, Nathan Hudson, and Jacob Sturgeon, the top 20. 21st on down, Jackson Haywood, 21st. 22nd, Cat Batson. 23rd goes to Ryan George. Then Carson Gum, 24th. 25th, Joshua Michaels. 26th position will go to Dustin Boland. That's without a hood front end clip on his Buick, by the way, too. John Andrews, 27th. Chloe Owen, 28th. 29th will go to Arthur Xavier. Kev Shearer, 30th. Then Paul Minnick, Austin Colano, Sebastian Kukulon, Phil Parker, and Justin Dearborn on the top, the last car to finish the race, and also on the lead lap. In 35th, Ryan Brommer, James Henry, Gene Sanford, Nathan Ormond, and Carter Friesen. The cars out of the race due to crash or any other problems. So that was the Bristol Motor Speedway here today. Darlington, South Carolina is the next race on the tour for the running of the excuse me, for the running of the. I can't think of the race name we'll have for that race, so I'll think of something maybe. Anyway, Darlington is the next race on the tour in the Mello Yello Racing Series. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming Channel. We got everything on the show. We got interesting gaming videos, whatever president of the NNSCRA Seth Cole desires for his channel. And be sure to check out our other NNSCRA series, the NNSCRA Pedigree Xfinity Series, the Dorsal Cup Series, the Boas All Pro Series, all on this channel. And on Levi McIntyre's channel, Thrashman 899, is the NNSCRA Marble Studios Cup Series. So be sure to check both those channels out. And of course, subscribe to Thrashman 899 if you want to become part of the Marble Studios Cup Series, and he'll get you going on that. So between his channel and the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel, you will want to subscribe to both and to get the best of NNSCRA offline racing. And we also have some online videos on the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel as well. So that will do it today at Bristol Motor Speedway here. Congratulations again to Joshua Osborne, the winner of the Food City 250. For now, this is James Qualls in production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We'll see you at Darlington.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?